This is dash cam footage from Paul Doyle's car moments before his rampage at the Liverpool parade, driving aggressively, running a red light. At a busy junction, the traffic lights are flashing amber. He narrowly misses people crossing the road. This was all a prelude of the horrors that were to come. He turns onto Dale Street. Further along this road is where he would begin an assault that would injure more than 100 people. Once he's in the city centre, images from CCTV released by police show a family with a pushchair moving out of his way. As the crowd becomes thicker, he edges forward. More people are forced to move aside to avoid his car. We see him drive up to a keep right sign, traffic measures designed to keep the crowd safe, measures he ignored. He continues on, the street packed, more and more people dodging to safety. In the throng of fans, he goes on, deliberately, police said, consumed by rage, using his 2-ton car as a weapon, hitting men, women and children, even a pram. In this crowd, there was simply nowhere to run for safety. He even reverses into an emergency vehicle. That dash cam in Doyle's car recorded footage of the incident, too graphic to show. Some of the sound we can play you.
Move! 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 What are you doing?
In my 20 years of police service, this is the most distressing and graphic footage that I've come across. It gives us an eye view of what Doyle was encountered with on Dale Street and Water Street at that time. It really is horrific viewing to watch. You can see people in front of his vehicle and Doyle has got complete disregard for their safety. He continues to drive as people bounce off his bonnet, as people go underneath his vehicle. He clearly got angrier and angrier as the dashcam footage rolls on. He was shouting profanities at the people in his way, shouting things such as "it's a road, move out my way, get out of the way," and various other profanities. He just clearly got red mist, as we would describe it, and there was nothing stopping him.
What did stop him was former soldier Dan Barr, who managed to get into Doyle's car.
Desperation to get him stopped, determination to stop him by whatever means. I think that was going through my head. He accelerated off and the door slammed shut. So we've gone from total chaos, panic, screaming, to relative silence as he's accelerated off, and then you can just hear the people being hit and run over. I was obviously aware that it was horrendous, and I could see people's faces, I could see the looks of just like they were trying to plead but wasting their time. That's all that they could do. There was nowhere to go, there was nowhere to get out the way. I do recall seeing they had an automatic, and therefore P for park was right at the very end, so it wasn't even in the middle or anything. So I thought, like, just jam that forward as far as you can. That should stop him from memory. And it did.
Police have described him as a hero.
I don't think I am. Seriously, I think it's standard. I think, like you hear about that, of course, he wouldn't do, if they could have, wouldn't have done what I did. Who, you know, I can't think of anyone, especially on that street.
Doyle was arrested at the scene.
On the floor, on the floor. That's my life ruined now. It's ruined so many people's lives. Please. Paul Doyle. Paul Doyle, yeah.
He said he'd feared for his life. Prosecutors said that was lies. At the parade, Debbie Blair filmed the celebrations. There with her son Mike, a day of joy for thousands of fans that was to turn to one of horror. It is that lives with them, the fear, even initially shared by police, that it was terrorism.
Well, obviously, seeing the car coming and seeing people flying up in the air and body, going out like feet, really, wasn't it? And then he's pushed me out the way, and I've got pushed with the crowd. People were just screaming, it's a terrorist, it's a terrorist. He might have a gun, he might have a knife, you know. Next minute, people were all screaming, kill him, kill him. It
was just carnage, total carnage. So we ran to the car. Obviously, his body's underneath it. So after a bit of scuffling around, we tried to lift the car. So after all that, after about 6, 8 minutes, 7 minutes, I've sat down in the bar and I basically started collapsing with injuries.
Mike was one of the 130 injured that day, his lungs still affected.
Shouldn't have happened, but for someone to intentionally do that, it's quite sick, really.
But Paul Doyle has previous convictions for violence. In a fight in a pub in the early 90s, he bit off part of someone's ear. He was discharged from the Royal Marines around that time. The court was told he was remorseful, ashamed and deeply sorry for what happened in May. What he did in those couple of minutes, prosecutors say, devastated a lot of people's lives. That no one died in his rampage, police say, was sheer luck.